You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
I guess it would behoove me to actually unmute the microphone. So now that I saw that is taken care of, we are muted. No longer muted. Thank you there, Richie Richie. For all those out there, thanks again. No Raider gear on tonight. Can you hear me now, Joseph? I hope you can. Let me see. Let me make sure. No, okay, good. Now good. Now we're all here. La 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 la. Okay. You know arpeggios, right? It's like when you have to warm up your voice, when you're an opera singer and you have to go through the entire scale. Fa la 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 la, la 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 la. So good. So you gotta. Oh, and thanks. See, look, see, Richie, gotta see. I can sing if it's in my range. I'm not going to be on Broadway anytime soon, but I can carry a tune. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I can carry a tune. And it is a Thursday night. There you go. See, and Joe knows about that. La 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 la. The whole thing. So I can do that. Richie's a bass. Yeah, I know. I can actually. There's bass and then there's baritone. Then there's was it alto and soprano. I'm definitely not a soprano unless you have my nuts in a vice. If you have my nuts in a vice, I will sing soprano. Any male who has his nuts in a vice, will sing soprano. So, good to see everybody again. This is the You Don't Know Jack About Sports Show. It is the Veterans Day edition. Oh, tenor. Yeah, there you go. Alto, tenor, baritone, bass. If anybody wants to join, if we ever want to do like a Raider Nation, and Richie Riche, you're invited as well. If we want to do like a barbershop quartet, I am game, and I play drums. I play drums, so I can do that. I don't actively play drums, but I definitely, at least for a song or two. Andrew, thank you for being that. That's my boy. That's Doc Cabral. And again, to all of those out there, veterans all, we are again my best to everybody. It's Valentine's, boy, veterans. Okay, this is a Valentine's to my veteran. How's that? And we know that Daniel plays harmonica because he had that wonderful birthday ballad to hell of a catch to who is that? He's is that the dude that was tearing us apart, the kid from Penn State? What's his name? I can't remember his name. He's from Penn State. I'll see it on this. No, camera's too big. No, it isn't. It isn't the kid from Penn State. I don't know who that is, but he made a hell of a catch. And there, thank you there, Richie Riche. Happy Remembrance Day. And for those that Giuseppe, no, it wasn't Giuseppe. I thought it was Giuseppe. It was a hell of a catch, though. And for those that know me, and I'm sure you guys figured it out, I am a very long-winded, talk a lot historian. Okay. If you don't know the beginnings of Veterans Day, obviously November 11th, 11/11, that was the beginnings of it was the end of World War I. And actually the end of World War I ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. And after the war, both Richie Riche is Canadian. We lost so many American souls. Actually, we lost a hell of a lot of Brits and Canadians and French because the Americans came in late to the war. But we lost quite a lot and Germans. So there you go. And it was started, for like it was, Armistice Day, as Andrew would say, but Remembrance Day as well for the Anglos out there. And Canada at the time it wasn't its own country yet. It was actually it was Canada, but it was still like a protectorate of the UK. In fact, the Canadian flag wasn't even in existence. It was like a red flag with the what was it, the Saint was it St. Andrews, St. Anne's, and the crosses that for the UK flag. So it was there. Always remember, and that's why I feel kind of when people say thank you for your service. And again, this is also the poppy, which is very big in both Canada and the UK. When they have their the UK version and the Canadian version, the poppy, remembering of the vets. And poppies are very important, based upon even the long, a very well-known poem, Flanders Field. In Flanders Field, the poppies grow. Upon the crosses, row by row. So I get emotional. I got emotional going up to New York and seeing Ground Zero. I get emotional talking about my shipmates and all the veterans out there with me. And always remember all those deployed men, women, and there's civilians as well. They're deployed. Always remember them as well. So that's why Memorial Day and Veterans Day is always special to me. That's why I'm wearing my was it my uh, uh, very patriotic shirt, my USA hat. Oh, see, there you go. See, I was correct. Thank you there. Union Jack, that's what it's called. Early Canadian flag from World War One is all red with Union Jack upper left and the provincial symbols in a shield. Thank you. I was correct. And yeah, so all the provinces on the red portion of the flag had their own province symbol delineating, which province you were from, but that was the flag. So that was the origins. So again, salute to everyone. Again, it's a time for remembrance. It's a time for again thinking positively about all those that are out there. But we're going to talk sports. Jason Dean Hunter, I needed that, man. What's the old expression? I once thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. I once thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. Oh, they were inside a shield. Okay. No. See, there you go. See, I was wrong, but I was mistaken. Um, and again, thanks for Daniel out there. I am currently watching. I just turned. Literally, they need to change. Let me wipe my eyes again. Apologies. They need to change. Uh, I'm full. Veterans Day, other than remembering your shipmates, is a day when all veterans do. It's the how many restaurants can you go to in one day and eat your nose off and go to the next? That's what it is. I mean, I know that sounds horrible, but I say it with tongue in cheek because you start up. And if I wanted to wake up early for breakfast, I could have added like IHOP and Denny's to the list. But I didn't want to wake up early because I was tired. So I slept in, woke up in time for lunch, and then I went around and I got like certificates from two Texas roadhouses for free meals. And then there was next day, it was a Bubba's 33 next door. So we got certificates for like discounts there. Went inside Bubba's, had a free meal. Everything free. Then after that, I went to Applebee's, and that's where you might have seen the pictures where I showed the card. The little kids were had given out to the veterans because the general manager's wife was a teacher in the school system. So I showed a picture of that on Facebook, for remembering the veterans. So that went from Bubba's. I had a free meal. Then Applebee's, I had technically I had half of a free meal at Bubba's. I have leftovers. Half of a free meal at Applebee's. Donuts at Dunkin's at 3 different spots. So I got donuts for tomorrow. And then, came in here, took a nap, woke up. We just went out to Olive Garden. So I had one free meal at Olive Garden. That wasn't entirely free, but it was good. So I'm full. I'm full. No super breakfast at Caro's, though, Drew. That was just for us, man. Hey, Joe, I'll try to cook you up on. I was just in New York. So where is that? Leroy? Come to Leroy and I'll cook you the best meal. Joseph, man, I would love that. Um, Trust me, I will never say no to food. Never say no to food. Let's do this. Let me put out the what we're watching. Okay. There's the link for the show. If you want to come in, excuse me, if you want to come in, please hit the link. If you want to call, you can do, and I do have the phone up. So, or call in at, there we go, 813-699-0834. Okay. So that's going out to all. If you are on Facebook, thank you for being here on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube. I don't even have my, I usually have the Instagram up ready, but I'm still figuring out. I think, well, let me do this. Okay. Let double cross my fingers. I've been blocked out of Instagram for about a week. I think I'm back in. I'm back in, but I don't have the tablet here, so I didn't push it to Instagram yet. But we'll just do it again. If you're on Facebook, thank you for being here. But please come over to YouTube because I can't see all of the comments. I really can't. I can't see all the comments on Facebook until after the show. It doesn't show up. If you go to YouTube, I will see all the comments. I will try to do that. I need to run a scroll. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. We'll do that. Hey, Paz Philly, man, good to see you as well. We got Paz in the house. We got Daniel backstage. We'll get them both out there real quick. Well, I want to show this with Joseph Paul. Leroy's between Buffalo and Rochester. Work at a Smoking Eagle barbecue. Ooh, Smoking Eagle. I like the sound of that. And Leroy, 9 Main Street, stop in. I got you on a meal and give you extra. Joseph, man. Hey, send me that information, Joe. IM me on Facebook, and I will try. I'm not sure the next time. Um, I'm not sure the next time I will be there, but I will try to do that. Got cool Kevin House as well. Unknown Raider guy, Raider Jason. Good to see everybody here. Remember, I got, oh boy, I tell you that we got now. Check this out. You can't see it, but I can. I got OG Daniel, then Positive Philly, then Raphael, who is in his looks like a Mexican wrestler get up. You know, it's awesome. It's awesome looking, but it looks patriotic as hell. And then we got Cool Kev. In that order, let's get you out there. And again, Vicky Orr. And by the way, you see that thing with Vicky Orr. That means that she is a member of the Captain's Galleon and another $4.99 sticker. I have not forgotten about the stickers. That's another entry. Honestly, folks, I have not had time, and I know that I say that all the time. I'm not saying it to blow you off. I just said I need to put all of the things together, and when I do, it might be one wheel, and it might be two wheels. It might be two wheels. It might be two wheels. But I will get everybody's entries together. Vicky, thank you for that super sticker. Got Velvet Raider out in the house of my other pirate gal. No, don't worry. But hey, we're good. So thank you. We're gonna get people in. Okay, I'm gonna start with my shipmate that I do a lot of shows with. We're gonna start with OG Daniel. How you doing? Oh, US is water. Hey, there's my vet. There's my vet. How you doing there, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling. Unfortunately, we don't have all those restaurants and stuff around here, so I can't do the food crawl. But nah, it's fine. Nah, just chilling out. Having a good day, having a good, decent week. I wanted to just check in with you, man. I know you haven't been able to do the wheel, but I know we've talked, and your schedule is a nightmare right now.
It is. It is.
But no big, man. Well, everybody's cool.
You got to turn down your volume though, because I know I'm going to hear myself in a minute because I kind of heard that muffling.
Well, hold on. Every time I jump onto this thing, it kicks my volume up.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, okay. Well, at least the dog hasn't come humping your leg yet.
No, I don't know. I think he's passed out. I mean, the guy's 13 years old, man. He's kind of old. He's sleeping. But
Good.
no, it's weird. Whenever you come on, you're the only one he does that with.
That
Like he
see,
gets up on
I'll
my
take
lap
that
and
as
wants to.
I'll take
He
that
gets
as
up
a
on my lap and
compliment.
wants to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I am very big with South Carolina dogs.
He's from Florida.
Yeah, but he's presently in South Carolina.
You remember I told you reminded me of my friend Dave?
Yeah,
Dave's the one who gave me this dog. He couldn't keep him anymore. Your voices are similar.
that's probably it.
And
That's
he's
probably
the
it.
dog's from Tampa.
See, so the dog knows me. He can smell a Tampa area person right through the
Yeah,
microphone.
maybe. I don't know. He just only time he does that is when I'm on with you.
That's it. And again, hey,
Mm.
Rob, like I said, as a shipmate string to the phone, it's like we're getting, there's two songs that I know like by heart. I do know Anchors Away, all three verses, because you have to learn that when you make Navy Chief. You gotta learn all three verses of Anchors Away. And I know Hava Nagila. That much I know. So I will always know that. And to do that. And see, Richie Riche loves you as well. It says South Carolina is an awesome state. It is. It's great.
Oh, Richie Richey, I don't know what part you're in, but not where I'm at, bro.
Well, remember,
Hey,
Richie is up in Canada, though.
right. But I mean, okay, let me tell you what's awesome here. I'm
Okay.
on 3 acres of woods. Okay. I don't hear traffic. You don't hear sirens. Traffic to me is getting stuck behind a tractor and they're still doing 35.
Yep.
But there's not a lot of things around here. There's nothing to do. But in the same mindset, I can look out my window at those trees and go, I'm in the woods where I love being.
Yeah. See, and Richie loves it as well. 3 acres of bush is perfect. I had a phone call today while I was
Like that
okay.
one?
Yeah, I got a phone call. Actually, I got a phone call now from Jared. So hang on a second.
Call from Pittsburgh. Jared D. Digrolo.
There we go. So hang on. Hey Jared, you're on with Daniel and me. What's going on there in Pittsburgh, shipmate?
What's going on, guys? Happy Veterans Day to you guys and to everyone out there as well. What's going on?
Thank you. So what's going on with you?
Not much. Just watching the Pitt North Carolina game right now. I'll tell you what, Pitt's defense is looking pretty damn good tonight, Howard. Kenny Pickett is now the all-time passing leader of Pitt football history. I mean, I almost went to this game tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't have a ticket, which is unfortunate, but they got one more home game next week. But right now, they're looking pretty dominant against North Carolina. I mean, North Carolina has had very little offense at all tonight. I mean, Pitt's defense has come out to play so far. They have just been absolutely dominant tonight, to say the least. They've been looking very, very good. In fact, right now, looking at the stats right now, going into the second half, Carolina's had 16 carries for, I should say 17 carries, I should say right now, for 7 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. So Pitt's defense has come out ready like a firecracker tonight. I mean, they've been ready to explode all over the ball. However, the only bright spot, Antoine Green caught a bomb earlier in the game for North Carolina. But Kenny Pickett, so far, 13 to 22, 245 in the air, 2 touchdowns. Pitt's rushing attack has been very solid tonight. They've been really keeping them in check. In fact, 9 yards now they're showing. I mean, Carolina just keeps shooting themselves in the foot like the Steelers did on Monday night with the penalties. I mean, plain and simple. So, I mean, it is what it is. But speaking of my boys, however, some banged up boys this week. We don't know if they're going to play this week or not against the hapless Lions, if you will. I mean, I heard today Chase Claypool, of course, was apparently did not practice. Ben did not work out. Najee Harris did the injury report. So, I mean, we'll see who's going to. It says neither Green nor Harris was listed on the injury report Wednesday, but it says Hayward and Spillane were limited with ankle injuries, but they were listed as full participants Wednesday. So I don't know who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing this week. However, we'll see. But like I said, they should not really lose this game. But again, it depends on who's healthy and who's not healthy. We don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna give you the old Eddie Murphy Jewish guy from Coming to America. Aha, aha. You know, it's like because you said it right there. Aha. It depends upon who's playing. And I was gonna say if Big Ben's, I mean, honestly, I don't have a lot of faith in Pittsburgh unless Big Ben is playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we got the Chargers next week, however, in L.A., of course, and Mr. Herbert. Oh, finally, North Carolina finally got a first down on third down. They have not made a third down conversion all night. But anyway, what I said earlier in the chat, how I will say this, Howard, and I said it clear as day, and I will say it again. The Raiders, after losing that tough one last week, Howard, against the G-Men, will be ready to play Sunday night in Vegas. This is the time to pull off if you're going to call it an upset, sure. But you know what? After what happened last year in a very tightly contested game that went down to the wire, this is the time for the Raiders to step in and keep Mr. Mahomes in the chef, if you will, in check. And I think with them being in Vegas, Howard, I know you will be there Sunday night. I will be watching the game, Howard. You will lead the parade, however. I think the Raiders will dominate this game, and they will beat Kansas City.
Dude, I hope you're right, man. I do hope you're right.
I think this is their time. I mean, they had their chance last year, but I think now, with the Chiefs, going backwards, however, right now, if the Raiders want to keep ahead of the Bolts, however, and really zap them, however, and send them a message, this is the game to do on Sunday night on national television, at least. It's going to be very interesting. And in fact, looking ahead, however, let me take a look here while I'm on the phone with you guys and give you the early projection here. Let's see, weather. Sunday, it is going to be 78. So let's see, game time. It is going to be. It's going to be a nice night. It's going to be 80 degrees, so it's going to be a nice warm night. However, so you're going to have a good trip out there.
There you go. And hey, it's indoors, so it's not going to be hot as balls.
Exactly. It's not going to be like 95, 105 degrees, Howard, in the middle of July, Howard. It's early mid-November, but still decent weather, Howard. And it was pretty good weather here today too. I got out earlier today to play what may be my next to last round of the year. I didn't do too bad, but still, it was nice though.
Well, I tell you there, Jared, I honestly, I want to go up there sometime so I can play around of golf with you. It'll be fun for you because I don't play golf, so you can laugh your ass off at me trying to.
I have some nice shots here and there, but I mean, I play for fun. That's the way I do it. I'm the same way.
Okay. Well, hey, it's good hearing from you, and thanks for the updates of what's going on. And I appreciate that you saying that the Raiders are looking to win, and it'll be great. And I definitely hope so.
I am confident. I think this is going to be their week. This is their week to win. They will be back on the beam.
Okay. Hey, you take care up there, brother, and keep warm as you can.
Oh, I will. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Got to have our Pittsburgh report with Jared. And I got to say, first off, while we're here, and Daniel here, you see where it says NFL? Folks, please go to NFL Nation Live. Look for that channel. That is Ref Guru's channel. Okay. That is Ref Guru's channel. We do shows on Wednesday, which, we did a show last night. It just seems like it's been so long ago, but it was only last night. Ref, myself, and Violator do shows every Wednesday. We enjoy having you join up. Make sure you go to N-FL, NFL Nation Live. Check out the show. Daniel, I'm sorry. Go. You were saying, brother.
And, to further continue that, these guys cover every game, including the Raiders games, but they also give you a different perspective. You're getting a perspective from two super fans, and you're also getting a perspective from an ex-NFL ref. So it's informative. You really need to check it out. Now, there were some comments in there. Richie Richey, you live up where one of my favorite YouTubers are. I don't know if you know of Joe Robinette, but he does the whole backwoods survival camping thing and bushcraft. And I always wanted to check out that area. I've been into the city, but I've never been up in further north of there. I also love Vancouver. Oh man, many a party there. And then
Yeah, well,
someone
see,
else said,
that's the day I've already done. By the way, congratulations to Marlo being his student of the month out in California. Congratulations, Marlo.
there you go. And then there was someone else put something in there, and it just made me think about, let me ask you a question, Captain. When you first joined the Navy, what were your motivations and reasons?
When I first joined the Navy, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
well, actually, okay, I'm gonna have to go back because when I joined the Navy, it is different from when I joined the Navy. And the reason why I say that is this because I had a ROTC scholarship as a midshipman to the University of Florida. So by joining as a midshipman, my aspirations were obviously to be an officer in the United States Navy as a midshipman. You can either go to the U.S. Naval Academy or you can be an ROTC person at a bunch of different universities. So my aspirations was to be a naval officer. I wanted to, and this, by the way, this was before Top Gun. Top Gun came out when I was in boot camp, so it wasn't that Top Gun thing that I wanted. But I am a service brat. My father was in the Navy, did 32 years. Not at the time that I was there, but 32 years. And so my aspiration was to be an officer. That didn't happen. That Okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna catch this call from Joe Pratt. I'm gonna tell. Hey, Joe, can you hold on for a minute? Yeah, hey, can you hold on for a minute? Let me finish this, and then I don't want to lose you. I just wanted to make sure that it will be back for a little bit, but please don't go nowhere. Okay?
All right, I got you, brother.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
But yeah, I said I wanted to be an officer. Then I went in the Navy after I left school because I wanted to serve, but I also wanted to get some more money for school. But I've always been oriented to be a military person and serve, and so I got that wish granted. And I said my dad did 32 years in as a Master Chief retired, and I did 22 years as a Chief retired, and so I always had that service the country thing, but as a either through the officer corps, which I didn't make officer, but I wanted to be there. But the reason why I actually kind of left school was because my boss, who was a submariner, told me that I was going to make a fine aeronautical engineer, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to be an aeronautical engineer. I want to be a broadcaster. I want to be broadcasting. And he's like, no, you will make a fine aeronautical engineer. And I'm like, so as soon as he said that, I kind of tuned out. I had a bad semester. I lost my I didn't lose my scholarship. I was on probation for a semester. I got my scholarship back, but I would realize I said, I'm going to school for these bastards that I don't want to do their coursework. So I ended up giving up my scholarship, and then the rest is history. So that's where I got there as well. So that's my thing there. Go ahead. Hey, again, Joe, don't go nowhere. I got OG on the line here as well, and then we'll get to you. Okay.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
All right, got you there.
I'm here with you throughout the training ride.
All right, you get it, brother.
I joined the Navy for all the wrong reasons. I just wanted to get the hell out of my small town. I come from 156 years of Marine Corps tradition and was like, no, I ain't going to be like those jerks because I didn't like most of my uncles. My father was in the Navy in the Korean War. He was what they called a frogman. That was back before they were called SEALs.
Yep.
He did his training. He deployed. He was in Korea. They landed on a beach. They were told to hold. So for a few days they were there, and he went swimming, and a shark tore his heel off, and they sent him home. But I went in the Navy because I just wanted to go and travel and get paid to do so. Now, when I went into the recruiter, they have you do the ASVAB test. And so I go in there going, okay, go take this test. It's supposed to be like 4 hours back then, 3.5, 4 hours. Hour and a half later, I'm done. I'm walking out, and they're like, whoa, are you going to check your things? I'm like, nah, I don't second guess myself. 2 days later, recruiter calls me, says, yeah, you got to go back and retest. Whoa, what? He goes, we got to retest you. So I get in the van. We drive 50 miles to go to the station there. I'm sitting alone in a room testing. There's a guy in a black suit just watching me test. I get done. I check. I leave. And then my recruiter's like, I'll call you tomorrow. The next day he calls me. He goes, okay, well, we had to retest you because you were suspected of cheating. So what the, you know? He goes, but then when we tested you by yourself with a different version of the test, are you interested in going to the Naval Academy? And I'm like, you already told me I can't be a pilot. Oh, yeah, I forgot that part of the story. I was too tall. Like, okay, tell me about it. He goes, well, you go to 4 years, and then afterwards you do 4 years of service. I was like, oh, whoa, that's a big commitment, man. I was 19 and full of stupid, and I was not giving anybody 8 years of nothing. I was
That's
like,
right.
no, man, I'll go enlisted. What's the best thing you got for me? He goes, well, we have crypto, and I was like, cryptologist. I'm like, what's that? And he said, it's like a spy. I'm like, you'd have to grow your beard and you're going to learn Arabic languages. And then after you 2 years of school doing that, it's 4 more years. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do 6 years. What's the best thing you got for 4? He goes, well, your math score is tested off the chart. What do you think about quartermaster? I was like, what the hell's that? He goes, ship's navigation. I'm like, nice. I ended up, because of that, during certain drills we had to do, I ended up accumulating 10,000 hours at the helm and became a master helmsman in 4 years. And my first 2 years, it was just party time. My second 2 years, I took it a lot more seriously, especially after USS Stark incident. And that's my Memorial Day, May 17th, every year. I don't even want to talk about that now, but every year on May 17th, I see the posts from my shipmates on social media, and I just turn it off that day. I can't.
Yeah.
That was the worst 4 days of my life. Realistically, worst 4 days of my life. But I was on board the USS Waddell, guided missile destroyer number 24, baby. Greyhound fleet. Worst freaking boat you ever want to be on if you get seasick.
Hey, and again, we appreciate Daniel, who's also a vet like me, being on here. Daniel, any and by the way, my remembrances to you and my best to you about, because I for those that don't know about the USS Stark, please look it up. Please look it up. That's all I'm going to say.
And don't do it on Wikipedia because that thing is not accurate. People change it. They're saying that the USS Conningham arrived to do rescue and salvage. It was not. It was us.
There you go.
I agree.
Yeah.
Doing the fast.
Yeah. But again, but before you leave, Daniel, what are your quick thoughts on Sunday?
Whoop that queef ass. Okay. They ain't got no defense. Their offensive line is a joke. We should eat. We should hang 40 on them and give them nothing. No pardon at all. Just wreck them, and show them our division now, you sons of.
Yeah,
I know I
got
can't spare the show.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, Daniel, always good hearing from you, brother. You take care, and we'll see you up there after the. I'm not going to have a show on Sunday because we got the Sunday night game, but we will be back. I will be back as soon as possible for another show, and there might be a veterans show with Graphic. I'm not sure if he's going to have one tonight, but if there is, look for Daniel or myself to probably make an appearance on that one, depending upon how long that it is.
And hopefully Saturday night we can do Chronicles of the Black Hole on Gimato on Graphics channel. And what are you doing Monday night, Skip?
Flying home.
All right, I'll catch you soon enough.
You will. You'll catch me.
All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Good seeing you there. That's my shipmate. That's OG Daniel. Good to see you. And before he leaves, like I said, Raphael, don't go nowhere. Cool Kev, don't go nowhere. Joseph Pratt, you are on, shipmate. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
How you doing
How
up
you
there in
doing?
New York, man? What's going on?
Oh man, it's good. The weather was good earlier, but it's pretty nipply here now.
Uh-huh. You got it.
So yeah, I just wanted to state that who do you got for tonight's game versus Ravens and Dolphins? Because I got Dolphins because how they're playing defense.
I actually it's a tough one. It's a
It
tough
really
one.
is. It's 3-3.
Yeah, well, actually, I think now it's 6-3. I think the Dolphins just kicked a field goal. But
Oh, hell yeah. I haven't been watching because I've been waiting.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, but I still like the Ravens in this one because the Dolphins have been in a lot of tight games. I don't know who's going to get the kickoff in the second half. Looks like
I think it's the Dolphins.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, well, if that's true, then they can basically pull a 2-for-1 because they gotta score at the end of the first half. They're kicking off to the Ravens now, and unless this guy runs it back 100 yards or so, they're not going to do anything. So yes,
Yeah.
6-3.
I'm not pretty confident on the backup quarterback now that Tua is out. Just to be honest.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I like the way that the Dolphins are playing the defense right now, but I do gotta admit, I got the Raiders beating the Chiefs. I got the Raiders beating the Chiefs by 7.5.
Okay.
Mark that down on your calendar right now, Captain.
Okay. You know what? I will actually see what the book is when I go out to Vegas. I am not having a show
You're going
tomorrow
to
night.
Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas for the game. I will actually.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow night I will be.
My Uncle Dan Clark just got done doing an event there.
Okay. I'll be.
You know Dan Clark. He said he met you a couple times.
Yeah. If I see him, I definitely would know him. I know people by faces more than anything else.
Oh yeah, same here. It takes me like 10 times to remember the names. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
But freaking the Raiders are playing exceptionally well. I got to give it up to the Raiders, man. They had a lot of tough games, and they came up on top. Besides a couple of them that they should have had. I'm not going to disagree with that. And same with the Dolphins the past two weeks that Tua has been back. But the thing is, I don't know how to describe this. I know the Dolphins need an O-line and not injured quarterback that can freaking do something. But I also know that the Raiders could be doing more as well. So what's your thoughts on that, boss?
I firmly believe that the Raiders are going to take the bad taste that was in their mouth from this last weekend. And again, they still have to figure out that they have to come together as a team, and it's going to be hard without they lost a very important member of the team. And again, but again, we all know that's the least of our things, is that we still have to remember that there was a loss of life. And so always remember, we lost Henry Ruggs as a teammate, but we lost a beautiful young lady due to stupidity, and that's just the way I got to say it. So hopefully, there will be blessings to her.
I agree.
Yeah, and there are, like I said, there are sites. Like I said, I know that Graphic Raider has a site. I still need to get the link to it. They've already raised $100,000. Let me say that again. They've already raised $100,000 for the family of, I think her name is Tina Tintor. If I screwed that up, I apologize. But
Wow.
so make sure you go find that information and do that. Or if you are in Vegas, there will be a collection over at the J Lot tailgate, and I will be there on Sunday for that.
I wish I was there so I could meet you in person, man. I can't wait to cook you up a good meal.
Dude.
I really cannot.
Hey, as long as my ticker continues to work, that's why I said any day you see me is a good day, because it means that this is working. I will never say no to good food, brother. Never.
Oh, dude, you know I got you. Yeah, you're definitely getting extra for saying that.
But how do you see the game? You said 7.5, right?
Yeah, it's at 7.5. What's the booking score right right now?
I don't know, but I will. You feel confident about that.
I can figure that out for you right now.
Okay, let's get it quick.
The booking score as of right now is, give me a minute. It is, what the hell? Well, they got freaking Kansas City winning by 52.6. But I'll tell you this, the freaking, there's they got the Raiders plus 2.5 as of right now. The money line for the Raiders is plus 120.
Okay, so that means that if you bet 100, you get 120.
I'm not sure how that works, bro. I'm
not a bettor either, so I don't know.
I just bet a beer. That's all I bet. Beer or $5.
Beer.
Or
Hey,
10.
And that's the best way to bet. Hey, Joseph, I'm gonna.
Really is, man, because there's no hassles, no arguments, no disagreements. It's a beer or $10.
There you go.
Here you go.
That's it. Hey, Joseph, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Like I said, if I get to Upper State, let me know, man, and I will definitely hook you up and look you up on that.
Well,
wonderful
you and
meal.
I are friends on the books, so all you got to do is hook me up, man. Joseph Paul Pratt.
You got it, man. Hey, thanks again there, Joseph.
All right, I got you, brother.
You have a good night up there, man. Stay warm.
You too, man. I'll stick around.
All right, I know you are. I'm gonna get out to the next person, but I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, I appreciate you answering and getting back to me. Have a good night, brother.
All right, you take care now.
All right, you too.
All right, that's Joseph Pratt, man. Gonna make me some good food up in Upper State New York. I am going to. Cool. I tell you what. I gotta do this. Kev, do you mind if we do a 3-screen with you and Raphael? Okay, cool. Cool. Kev says that's cool. This is good, because this way we can get everybody on at the same time. And again,
Okay, so I apologize for everyone. Hello there. Well, I just apologize for everyone, but well, that message over here. Do you know the wrestler Rey Mysterio?
Honestly, I do know Mysterio, and that's like a Mysterio hat, right?
Yeah, that's the Master Mysterio that he was doing for over these golden years. But well, it was just like, well, it might be a little shock right here, but well, I just let you know that well, it was the first match that I was buying it, but well, and that's right here. I'm very good right now, but well, so hello, Mr. Captain Jack. Hello, Cool Cap. Happy Veterans Day.
To you all.
Happy Veterans Day. Salute, Captain.
Thank you as well. It's a great day out there where everybody's always good to see you.
I just wanted to tell you to everyone who's watching out there, because celebrating the Veterans Day as a Venezuelan citizens living in North Carolina, those soldiers right here who fought the First World War, the Second World War, the Vietnam War, the Korea War, the Gulf War, the Afghanistan War, are our national treasures. And we do, sorry about the microphone, but well, we do salute to everyone who fought for this nation right here, because they are amazing. They have a national treasure right here. And that's why we salute to everyone who fought in this difficult battle right here. So,
Hey, Raphael, thank you. And again, for those that know, like I said, Raphael is from South America and who lives now in North Carolina, and is he might not be born here, but he is American in thought and spirit. And I want to thank you for those wonderful thoughts there, Raphael, as well. And cool, Kev, thank you for your thoughts on and everybody's thoughts on Veterans Day, because again, it's a very important day. Obviously for veterans as well. I tell you, Memorial Day and Veterans Day are days that,
exactly.
and 9/11, it's not a celebration day. It's a day of remembrance, and
Exactly.
reaching out to people about how important it is to be a citizen in the greatest country in the world. I'm not saying that to blow smoke up anybody's ass. The United States is, and we gotta remember to keep it like that as well.
Exactly. Because even I'm not born in the United States of America because I was born in 1993 in Barquisimeto, Venezuela. Right now, I feel like I'm very proud to live right here in the United States and I learned the history right here because I remember the first time that I was came here in the United States of America. I was just learning about the American football, about the history of the Marines, the U.S. Navy, uh, the Coast Guard, everything, because they had a position right here and they gave me like a gift right here. But honestly, those veterans are incredible. Maybe they are active, maybe they are veteran, but we are salute for everyone because, as I say it, these are national treasures, and we just care about them. So,
Thank you there, Raphael. I
all
appreciate
right.
those thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Kev.
Yeah, salute. So, I don't have too many family in the vets. So most of my friends are that I went to school with or who I grew up with, they were in the service, and I don't have any contact with them. So I salute them though. So, you know,
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, and gentlemen, again, I appreciate all the positives, but is there and love it that you got a chance to share those wonderful thoughts with us now, because we do talk sports, and I said I do want to make sure we get that in there, because again, we love what we got going on with remembering our veterans and whatnot. But what do you guys think? Now I got to ask Raphael, because Raphael, I said your Panthers were 3-0, man, and now you're tubing.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it to the Carolina Panthers right here. We just started at 3-0, and then we got 3-0. But right now, the biggest news right here is we have Cameron Newton is back again with a 1 year deal. And that's why the fans are really shocked right here because Carolina Panthers need desperately Cameron Newton right here because he might be ready for another season at the Carolina Panthers because we just remember the first time that he came to the Super Bowl number 50 against the Denver Broncos, as known as the Denver Ponies.
Ah,
But
Rich, he's calling your team the Denver Ponies, Richie. I want to make sure I hear from Richie Richey. Hopefully tonight, if possible. I gotta love that one as well. The Ponies. Go ahead, Raphael.
But the fans are really shocked right here because they want so bad Cameron Newton because right now Sam Darnold is seeking ghosts and ghosts again because he's living in this past with the New York Jets. But right
Mm-hmm.
now, with the inclusion of Cameron Newton and the return of Christian McCaffrey, we just have a we are not going to lose another game right here because right now they need to focus right here on the next game between Arizona Cardinals because we need to be careful about Kyler Murray and be careful that Kyler Murray is going to be a solid candidate for the MVP right here. And speaking about of the MVP and also the game between the Raiders versus Chiefs, there's between the comparison between Derek Carr versus Patrick Mahomes because
Mm-hmm.
as long as you can see it, because I have these numbers right here. All right, so Patrick Mahomes is really good at passing completions right here with an average of 77.3. And Derek Carr, it's better passing yards than Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Patrick Mahomes is better there's better rushing yards than Derek Carr two with 227. And right now he's it's like a Titan game because there's no way that we just having a good fun between Derek Carr versus Patrick Mahomes. Because remember, Derek Carr just won 3 times at Pro Bowl. Patrick Mahomes just won 3 Pro Bowl from 2018 2020. Derek Carr just won 3 times at 2015 and 2017. Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes has only one Super Bowl champion and is named MVP for the last season. Derek Carr has none of them. And be careful that Derek Carr will be a solid candidate and be MVP because, as I say it for many shows, including your show right here, Derek Carr it must be the most underrated quarterback ever in the modern era in the NFL because right now he has good numbers, but they need to will to focus about here the Titans game between Derek Carr versus Patrick Mahomes, and of course Joyce Kills versus Hunter Renfro because that will be an incredible game right here between Raiders versus Chiefs because that could be amazing. So even though all the best is going to the Las Vegas Raiders, and the another point they're going to to see Kansas City Chiefs, it might be it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be amazing. So it may be like a tie, but
Okay, so Raphael, before I'm gonna ask Kevin this as well, but I wanted to say thank you for that analysis. You
mhm.
know, Raphael, you give Raphael the mic and he is there with his stats. He knows exactly what the hell he's talking about. You gotta love that. Gotta love the enthusiasm. Raphael, I'm going to ask for your score, then I'm going to get with Kev, and I appreciate you coming on. It's always a pleasure to see you, brother. Who do you got in the game, and I mean you don't have to pick a score, but what do you think the winner will win by?
For me, Arizona Cardinals, I got a one against the Carolina Panthers, and for me, the another point is Riders gonna beat the Chiefs because I know Patrick Mahomes will be good, but it doesn't fit enough to beat Derek Carr right here because it's gonna be incredible. And Hunter Renfro is very good at kicking, but I'm gonna say it. The Raiders gonna win against the Chiefs, and I'm sorry to all these Chiefs fans right here, but I think it's time to see those Raiders beat the Chiefs right here. And hello to to I don't know the players or the wild card, but point of favor to the Raiders.
One game at a time. One game at a time.
Yes.
And like I said, and remember, Raphael says, and Richie Riche says that you're smoking something about the Panthers winning out. But that's okay. If they do win out, I want you to come back and give it to Richie Riche. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. So well,
Hey,
even
but
now I can until go to
hey,
and
that's okay.
all right. So before I leave right here, I'm just doing the best that I can. And
Right.
uh, yes, because right now I'm just doing a podcast on Friday night at 8 p.m. and I just live support right here because my podcast right here, it's to all these fans right here, including football fans or basketball fans, baseball fans, because the static, the essence for the show is right here for all these sports right here. You can talk about the previews, the games right here, because if you're a Raiders fans, Philadelphia Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, Panthers fans, they always welcome because that's the essence of the show right here. And I gotta say it, Captain Jack, OJ Daniel, Cool Cap, Dirty Rider, you always had the support right here. And I salute you, and you just earned a great subscriber and a great partner right here because they know about sports right here, including the football, the soccer, basketball, baseball, anything, because that's the essence right here. Because even though my podcast as well is doing so well and I have many subscribers right here, but I gotta tell you, they earn my support right here. And I've been doing so many times to the dark side, thanks to you, Captain Jack and OJ Daniel. But it was great fun. It was just like, well, a matchup between the Pirates of the Caribbean and Star Wars. I just been to the dark side and it was really fun. It was really amazing. And they always have my support. Even these Venezuela citizens with Asperger's syndrome, which is not a sickness, it's just a special condition right here. They always had support and talking about the most important thing in the world, which is sports, right there.
Hey, and again, thank you, Raphael, for being a supporter. And remember, hey, Raphael, make sure that when you do your comments, make sure you put the links to your shows into the comment section so people will come over. Make sure you go see Raphael, man, because he is the man. He is the man, and we love having him on here. And I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna get the Kev, but always find yourself over here, man. It's always good seeing you.
All right. El Capitán se despide. So have a good night, gentlemen. OJ Daniel, Captain Jack, and Cool Cap. Have a very stay. Salute to you. And
Salute
thank you
to
for your
you.
service.
Hey, thank you, partner. You take care of yourself. Be well. All right, that's Raphael, man. Kev, you're in as well. I love Raphael, man. Love the enthusiasm. Love the enthusiasm out there. So yeah, I think, and even critique says here, it's nice to have all teams fans in one spot. We get a chance. It's hate the team, but don't hate the fan, unless, and I say this, unless they do something really stupid. Okay, or if they're ignorant. I mean, there are ignorant fans out there. It's unfortunate there are, but I tell you what, that's why I try to have a place here where ignorance is not tolerated. Ignorance is not. It's one of the I can't stand ignorance, man. It's a push button issue with me. Cannot stand it as well. Kev, what do you got for the game going on Sunday?
Well, with Jackson coming back, I think we're gonna do something. I don't think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like between 7 and 10 on this game. It's gonna be a close game. I think the Raiders, they got to come out of here and play because I don't know what happened last week, but they have to win this game. I'm just so disappointed that we didn't win that Giants game because we'd have been 6-2 and a whole lot better. So, 6-3, I should. Oh, what is it, 6-3? Yeah, 6-3. Yeah. So, I think it's going to be, I think the rate is going to be up there. Maybe it's going to be like 20, what is it, 24-14, I think. I'll go with that.
Really, that low? That's kind of low scoring considering our offense and their defense.
Yeah, but you got to go and see these games. You got to play these games, and it's not easy. And you see how it is. You think the Giants was a walkover? They got a tough secondary, and you can see what happens out there.
Yeah,
So,
I
Jackson is not
agree.
ready yet. Jackson is, he's gonna have a few plays and you see what he can do with him, but he's gonna stretch the field out and hopefully they feed Waller and Foster and when Renfro is gonna always gonna be there and we go from there.
And the emergence of Deshaun Jackson, who's actually going to be in for some plays. Obviously he doesn't know the full playbook, but you know what? You don't need to know the full playbook. You said, dude, go run fast, take a couple defenders with you, open things up in the middle, and if you're open, I will throw it to you. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, you have to play that way now. And I was just I'm just happy that we got somebody. I didn't think that OBJ and Jackson's
Oh,
gonna duo is gonna happen. So
yeah.
you
No,
know,
I'm glad. I'm glad OBJ. Now. Did I hear right did OBJ sign with somebody already, or was he waiting until
but he went
after?
to he said he signed with the Rams. So I don't know how true that is, but 1 year deal with the Rams. So
Wow.
I think
Okay.
I don't know how true it is. I don't know. I can't confirm it, but that's what I read on the post. So
That's funny because basically the spot that was opened up by Deshaun Jackson leaving the Rams was apparently picked up by OBJ.
well, the Rams kind of figured out that they need somebody like a Deshaun Jackson or OBJ to keep the stretch the field out. And I guess when they lost to who they lost to there, it was Who the Rams got beat by there? That
Oh,
was
they
a
got beat
shocker.
by the Titans.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got beat
Tennessee.
by the Titans rather well. Rather
Yeah.
well.
So I think they realize that they need somebody. Then if this goes through like it is, they have no choice. They have to make it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The way how
Well,
everything is looking over there. So with Miller and you know,
yeah, and
so
the Rams have the capability. The Rams have the capability to do that. I think that they had every team is going to be giving like one or two games. You're playing 16 now 17 games. You're going to have at least one or two games where you really suck. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is.
yeah,
They're going to be those games where you just do not come out and play well.
yeah.
So
We had three of those this we had three of those this season so far. So we have to win this game. This is a must win. And I mean, I don't think it's going to be the end of the season, but man, if we didn't have that extra playoff spot, there's going to be a tough, it's going to be a tough deal. So I just hope that these guys come out and play. Thank God
yeah,
we at home, and you know, let's see how it goes, man. I hope no more drama. I hope it's all positive for at least a few more games.
that's still
Yeah.
okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming in, brother. It's always a pleasure. And that is cool, Kev. And we got a chance to see everybody on here. Remember, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in. And I'm going to let it up open as well. You take care as well, brother. Always good
All
seeing you.
right, all right. Salute, brother. Take it easy. All right.
Salute to you. Thanks again, man. Awesome. That's cool, Kev. And we did have I saw that Docs was in the house. Docs love I appreciate the support. We got Docs available. I'll make sure I said now if Docs I'm not sure if he's still here. Hopefully he is. If Docs has a Veterans Day show, and I will find out after we're done with the show. I'll be there for a little bit, but then I got to pack. I got to pack because I got to be at the airport tomorrow around 7 o'clock in the morning. So and then I got to pack. I got to get some sleep. So it's a lot of things going on. Now, having said that, here's my boy. Okay, I got to bring in the and again, I can't picture you as anything other than a bass.
No, I've had a low voice like this basically since I hit puberty.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, no, Docs isn't having a show tonight. Okay, well, the next time Docs has a show, and he was talking about. By the way, Richie, have you been over to Docs's channel?
No, I actually reached out to him. He never responded back.
Okay. It is Docs ENT. He's on a lot. Subscribe when you can, and Docs you can. That is Richie Richey. That is the most awesomest Bronco fan there is. Oh, him and 610 Mex.
So, I mean, Docs, I'd love to have you on for your take for the next Raiders game on our pod. So, reach out to MHRT Network, and you can reach out to me on Twitter at Richie Richey, and we can set something up.
You got it. So again, hopefully we'll have you there. And I love Richie Raphael saying we're going undefeated for the rest of the year. Doc or Richie's like that, dude. There's no way in hell you're going undefeated for your chances are zero. But you said it so nicely, even though you were adamant about it. You said it as nicely as you could. There's like, dude, there's no way in hell, zero. But I said it in a Canadian way, which meant it was nice.
I didn't even say hell. I just said there's just not a hope. Like there really isn't. Like it's just.
Oh man, gotta love it. And like I said, folks, trust me. If I'm living and breathing next year, because again, I don't take any day for granted, especially with all the food I ate today, man. I was freaking coronary waiting to happen. If the Raiders play the Broncos, hopefully not in December. But even if it now, I will say this: if Mary Brannon gets me a ticket, as Mary, love Bronco Mary, awesome lady. Again, my favorite Bronco gal, And then there's another gal. I can't remember what her name is. She is gorgeous as hell, blonde. That's just just shapely. But Mary and her are my favorite Bronco gals. And of course, you got Richie Riche and 610 Mex. I'm gonna have a good time up there. If Mary gets me my ticket, please try to make the Raider game, and so we can all hang out and have a good time. Okay, that's it. But so what are your thoughts today? And by the way, I appreciate the fact that Richie's in here remembering because he knows about the poppies. He knows about the poppies. The servicemen up in Canada. When they wear this, they wear the poppy. Out of remembrance. And how important it is. I remember seeing when I was over in England. You went down to the castle. I can't remember which castle it was, but it was like the one. It was the Castle Kingdom, whatever. But you had all of the poppies that they would put outside the castle for the days, Remembrance Day and things like that. So fantastic to hear. And I was happy I actually had the Canadian flag correct from World War II era too.
Yeah, it's pretty spot on. I think a lot of people don't really realize that Canada has an incredibly rich military history, going quite a ways back, and you see us now, generally speaking, we've kind of reverted to a bit of more of a peace kind of, stepping in that role instead of, actual military action. But I mean, going all the way back into the World Wars and even other wars and whatnot that were fought, like Canada was at one point a pretty substantive military force
Yes, they were.
in the world. I mean, don't get me wrong, our military is still present and we still do some really good work. And we have, some wonderful service members here in Canada. But we haven't necessarily taken that primary role that we once had in the world stage in most, not all, but most of the wars that are fought worldwide.
Yeah, and I got to throw some positives your way because I haven't had a chance to really talk about it since then. I wanted to know how giddy you were following Sunday's game because I know that there were Bronco fans that even if they weren't drinkers, that they probably had a couple shots of whatever of happiness watching the game. And again, I didn't see the game because I was watching what was transpiring in front of me in New York, which was horrible.
Right.
But we saw the score, man. Talk to me about that game there, brother. I know you saw every bit of it.
Yeah, so that's the type of. So I think when I was on with Mary at one point, and then I think Violator was on as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then I've said about a couple times on the pod here. That's the style of football the Broncos need to play, and for whatever reason, Shermer completely deviated away from what we saw against the Cowboys. So, for example, I just did a Tuesday pod, actually one of the longest Broncos Talks pods we've ever run. We went an hour and 41 minutes.
That's just called me warming up for an hour.
Well, I mean, for us, we typically clip it at like an hour and an hour and change, and that's it. But
you got it.
But when you look at the first half of the Denver Broncos, we ran approximately 45% out of 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends. And not only did we run the 2 tight end sets, but we also had them doing what I wanted us to run, which is the flanking tight ends on both the left-hand side of the left tackle, on the right-hand side of the right tackle. We ran a lot of those same looks in the preseason, and it worked really well. And we just deviated from it. We just decided, like, once regular season hit, that Shermer just said, why do what works? And we ended up beating the 3.
He did the reverse situation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No, it what works, let's fix it.
Right, exactly. And so you started to see against the Cowboys where we were able to run the ball both on the inside and on the outside. And what you saw the Cowboys is they had to move so aggressively all over the place to try and stop the run game that they just couldn't do it no matter how hard they tried. We just ran the ball right down their throat. And that opened up the passing game. It opened play action pass. And then the Cowboys then overcommitted to Cortland Sutton and completely forgot about our other wide receivers. And Tim Patrick had a day.
Who has never dropped a pass that I've ever recalled seeing.
Oh, he's ridiculous. He's dropped 1 pass this year, and that's it. And last year, he didn't drop a single pass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I honestly can't think of a wideout who gets as many targets as him and like literally just never drops anything ever
When's his contract up?
at the end of this year.
And what are your plans for him?
Well, if it was up to me, I'd sign him.
Yes. Okay. Well, but see, unfortunately, it's not up to you.
I know.
What
that's
does the brain trust in Denver think?
Well, I think there's a few wise fans, at least in the fan base, that are seeing the value in Tim Patrick. And if we can bring back, say, someone like Teddy Bridgewater on a reasonable contract, we would be able to fit Patrick and Sutton under the cap and be okay.
Mhm.
That being said, you need to front load their contracts, both Patrick and Sutton, in order to then make up room on the back end. Now, if we go after a quarterback like everyone seems to want on the other side of the fan base, you would never be able to bring both of those guys back. So you'd end
No.
up having to lose one. And then the question is, do you keep Sutton or do you keep Patrick? And then at some point, you then start questioning, saying, well, if Sutton drops a handful of passes or, whatever the case may be, and you do bring in like a Russell Wilson or the other quarterbacks that's throwing out there is like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, whatever. I question whether or not we want to move in that direction or not, but neither here nor there. If we go in that direction, you're not going to be able to bring back both. And why not have the guy that's doesn't drop passes, because those quarterbacks can throw better than what we have on our team right now. So if you have a guy that doesn't drop passes, he's going to not only drop the same number of passes, which is basically 0, and he's going to be able to get thrown better balls because you're getting from a better receiver, or a better quarterback rather. So I would almost rather keep Patrick in some respects, just given his consistency.
Okay, and you know what? To be honest, I agree. I would much rather have a receiver that doesn't drop passes than a receiver that maybe has a little bit more speed but is 50-50. And I'm not gonna. Okay, this is good. This is probably a little bit too early for this, and I apologize to everybody out there. That is why I liked Henry Ruggs over Jerry Jeudy. Okay, Henry Ruggs, yeah, it was faster than Jerry Jeudy, but Henry Ruggs didn't drop the ball. Okay, when he was at Alabama, Henry Ruggs did not drop the ball. And again, I apologize just being a little bit too quick for this, or maybe a little bit too soon, but that's why the Raiders got him over Jerry Jeudy and over CeeDee Lamb, because the kid could stretch the field and he didn't drop the friggin' ball. Okay. I would much rather have had Ruggs, and unfortunately now it's a pick that, it's wasted. It's wasted.
The other thing I think it's important to note is the wide receivers coming out of college now, generally speaking, when you're seeing these guys when they hit the NFL, it seems that every draft there's like 5 or 10 of them that are really high quality, and some of them are better than others, obviously. But again, if you have a quarterback, a upper echelon quarterback coming to your team, they can develop a wide receiver pretty quickly just because they're going to be demanding of them, and they're also going to teach them the right way. So you can keep a guy like Patrick, let a guy like Sutton go, for example, let another team pay a lot of money for Sutton because he's going to be commanding a pretty high salary on the open market. And then you can go into the draft and reach into the upper rounds, second or third round, and bringing another replacement for a Cortland Sutton. Probably not as good, understandable. Yeah. But again, when you end up in a system working with a quarterback, you start developing that rapport. You can match that production.
Yeah, and like I said, now the other thing about Jeudy is Jeudy was, I don't want to say oft injured, but he was injured a little bit more at Alabama, and he was injured this year. He was injured last year. What I mean, again, because you keep up on it. What were Jeudy's injuries this year and last year?
They were more incidental than anything, so I'm not overly concerned with like the injury history per se for him.
Okay.
I was certainly concerned with his dropping of the ball, and the one thing I will say with Jeudy was last year. This year he seems to be doing a lot better though. But last year he was scared almost to catch the ball across the middle of the field. It seemed like he had a hesitation to his game.
Mm-hmm.
And this season, he seems to have a much better grasp on NFL route running. Well, although he was pretty good at route running last year as well, but so don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. But he almost had hesitation to his game that he's now lost this year. Now that he's back, he had a really good game against the Cowboys, and I'd like to see him continue that trend. Because he seems to have gotten over that that hesitation thing that he was going through last year. I mean, it was evident. Like you just looked at it and said, "Don't throw it to him in the middle of the field because he's not going to catch it."
Don't throw it to Stone Hands.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then when Stone Hands catches it, it's good. And
Oh,
remember, folks.
And sorry, there's a comment here from the Raider critique there. Judy has legitimately made major strides forward in not dropping the ball. He had a catch that was almost a blind catch over the top of his head to the left by the sideline, on the left sideline against the Cowboys.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it made highlight reels. So I think that kind of shows that he's again taking those next step forwards. And yes, he does have hands, and he is an excellent, and I mean a technician as a route runner.
Oh,
So
no, he was actually talking about Willie Wayne said that the Raiders signed a speedster, and then Raider critique says, does he have hands? The answer to that is okay. The name of the kid that they signed was Got It or Godet, and he has played in for like the Redskins, or I'm sorry, they were still the Washington football team last year. So he never played for the Redskins. He played for Washington last year. He has 4.27 speed. So, I mean, it ain't 4.22, but if you're talking about, okay, well, he can't run 4.22. Well, I'll take 4.27 if he has hands. If he has hands, okay? But his name is Got It, or Gadet, and whatever it is, but it's Gadet. We just picked him up this week.
Gede.
Yeah, and we'll see what he has. But I mean, he's a project. He's a project. So we got that.
Well, the Denver Broncos have had several undrafted guys like that have made it to their team. And each and every one of them we have let go and have gone on to succeed to varying degrees, but all of them good on other teams. An example of that would be Isaiah McKenzie on the Buffalo Bills. He was an undrafted guy that we brought in. The Denver Broncos offensive coordinators had no idea how to use him, and he's killing it right now for the Bills. Another guy that a lot of people don't realize was with the Broncos was Khalif Raymond, who's now with the Lions. He was a return man for a little bit here in Denver, and then our coaching staff, for whatever reason, couldn't figure out that he could run fast and catch the ball, and they let him go. And now he's with the Lions, and he's doing really well. Like if you actually look at his points per game and stats, he's doing quite well with them. But I could kind of see how he was slowly developing with the Broncos. Just the coaches had no time for it. So if you can get really, really good speed guys and you can coach them up, because a lot of those guys realize that they have to learn and they have to do everything they can do to make a team. And those are often the guys that you can get production out of them pretty quickly because they just soak up coaching, right? And that's what you want.
Okay, now who do you guys got this week? And you're already on record saying that you think the Raiders will win. So I
will repeat that until it actually happens because I think it will. We are going up against. I just had a blank. Who are we going up against? Hang on. We were going against the Eagles.
Okay, and that's gonna be a good game.
Oh, it's gonna be a great game. I do have us winning that game if we. So the caveat that I had with that is, if we can play the way we did against the Cowboys, then I have us winning that game.
Yes.
If we revert back to, if Shurmur decides that he wants to be Pat Shurmur again, and call the games that he was, the 3 or 4 games prior to that, it'll be a pretty tough game for us, and I would hazard to guess that we might not actually win that one.
Okay. And that's what people asked me. They said, are the Raiders going to win? And I said, well, if the Raiders team that showed up against New York, it plays Kansas City, the answer is no.
Yeah, but
If
Casey doesn't have the corners to make those types of interceptions against Derek Carr. They're not going to put themselves in those positions.
well, actually, but remember, actually, Xavier McKinney's a safety. He's a safety.
Well, I just mean the backfield. Like they just don't have the
Oh,
backfield to do that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and that though that's true. You know, the Sorensen. You also have what is it? Matthew. He's a ball. He's a tackling machine, and he's a thumper. But he's not all that special, and I hate saying that.
He
Um,
was, and I think his problem is he's the only one there that knows what he's doing, and then as a result, he's having to try and do too much, and so I think his production has declined as a result of that. I actually think the issue with the KC defense isn't Matthew. I think it's everyone else around him.
mhm.
And so when you have a guy that's like the only person on that back end of the defense that is any good, they end up trying to do too much to make up for everyone else's deficiencies, and I think that's what you're seeing with Matthew.
Okay, and as long as they do it for 2 more games, and both of those games, and you know what? Actually, the 2 games against the Raiders, how many games they have against the Broncos, I don't care. Just as long as they continue to implode, because this division is tight. 5-3, 5-3, 5-4, 5-4. That's little separation, folks. Little separation,
Yeah,
and
you have almost no room for error at this point now.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I hope to see it. I will be out there this Sunday. I will be out there next Sunday, and if all goes as planned, I'll have a special guest with me, sitting with me, for the Bengal game. And the Bengal game, I called at the beginning of the year. I said that's a trap game for the Raiders. That's a trap game for the Raiders. And you don't know. I saw comeuppance with Cincinnati at the beginning of the year, and then they've kind of been playing like the Bungles of late. But there's always that opportunity. Everybody gets up for a Raiders game. Everybody does. It just that's the game you always get up for.
Injuries
So,
matter though.
sir.
Injuries matter though, and I think Cincy's got a few injuries right now, which have hindered because they started off really well and they were doing very, very well early in the season. You
Right.
could also see them on the trajectory. I mean, they found their quarterback. Burrow is the guy. Like he's in that upper caliber of quarterback. But I do think, just kind of going back to the Chiefs game for you guys. I actually think that I've seen some comments here, and I agree. KC has a reasonably good interior defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think that the Raiders they only have like one weak spot really on your offensive line, and I think the rest of your line will likely hold up. So then the real question and the test is on your defensive line. I haven't kept up with your injuries. As long as all your guys on that D line are okay, or at least can play okay, I think you're fine. So I don't know where your 2 main pass rushers are and how they're doing in terms of injuries. That's why I asked it earlier in the chat. I haven't kept up with your injury history.
Yeah, the ends are there was no injury concerns that I saw with Max Crosby and Ngakwe. I know that Darius Pilon, who actually, and this is it's unfortunate, his nephew or cousin works as a cleaner in my building. So like on Wednesdays, when I'm working late on Wednesdays, I'll see him doing like cleanup in the building, and it was, it's like, cool, man, your cousin, is playing for the Raiders, And I just saw today that he was put on the injured reserve. He's out, so we have lost an interior lineman, and I saw him walk off the field in New York. I know that was one of the injuries that we had, and unfortunately, he's out.
Mhm.
I think they'll probably, if Square, or I think his name was Square or Squire, will probably come up from the practice squad, or somebody else. But we're relatively got enough horses there on the D line. It's unfortunate that Pilon is out. I know that Hankins has been banged up a bit. Obviously, we lost Gerald McCoy the very first game, and he's been gone ever since. But interior, I said our ends are good. Nassib has been playing well as that third guy. Farrell has been playing decent. I'm glad that actually he was not dealt, because he's a He's a solid contributor. Has he lived up to the number 4 status? No, he has not. But there you go. Oh, and yeah, Cool Kev said Vickers is coming up. So there you go. And Vickers has played well last year and this year, so I'll see good things from that. But yeah, I think we'll be okay. Linebackers, I know Kwiatkowski was injured, but Kwiatkowski is more of a special teamer / comes in when need be at the linebacker core. I think we will be okay there. The question is, obviously, we're still missing our injured guys in like Mullen. We got rid of Arnett. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I've been screaming to get rid of him for a while. He was a waste product, and I'm sorry to say, but pretty much anybody that Faison, who we picked up from the Chargers, has played well coming in at corner. So I think we'll be okay defensively. We came within 2 minutes of beating the Chiefs twice last year. We whooped them in Kansas City, and we should have, played a little bit tighter at that end of that 2-minute mark last year in Las Vegas. We could have, he could have been, 2-0 against Kansas City, and that could have been a big difference. But
Yeah, I think the only thing you guys need to be worried about is you need to focus on getting the interior pressure to force Mahomes off that first read.
yeah,
And I think the other thing you guys need to be very careful about is Mahomes has a tendency to like to go to the middle part of the field. So if your linebackers are not quick enough to keep up with guys like Kelsey and even the quick routes from Hill, you don't want him to get into a rhythm of being able to dump it off like 3 yards just over the top of your D lineman to the speed guys there and have them go for, even 4 or 5 yards after that. I mean, that's a first down every time. So you
yes.
just need to be careful about that kind of stuff. And I mean, as long as you guys can knock him off his first spot and force him not to be able to make that initial throw, I think you guys will do just fine.
And I hope so, because I don't like going out to these. I mean, I don't mind spending money to go to these games, but I at least want to see some effort. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
And I did not see any effort in New York. And so I missed, let me see, what games have we lost? We lost to the Chargers. I was not at that game. We lost to the Bears, and I was at that game, and it sucked not seeing any effort. And again, I was in New York, where I saw that they were not in it. So let's hope that I saw my 2 stinkers, a home and away, for the year. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm definitely hoping for that. But I said I think it's going to be a great game for the Broncos and the Eagles. I think that it's going to be entertaining for sure. It's going to be entertaining for sure. As anybody that I can say, make sure that you are up well in the fourth quarter, because I think the Eagles are the best scoring fourth quarter team in the NFL, or if they're not, they're top 5, because they seem to score all of their points in the fourth quarter. So make sure you got that.
Well, you also have to remember what they've gone through this season, and I think a lot of people aren't necessarily factoring that in when they're rattling off that stat. They've been down and losing most games in the fourth quarter too. So the opposing team is going to be playing softer coverage, and they're going to be playing zone defense at that point, just to more prevent, like, you call it the prevent defense. So I think a lot of people aren't factoring that in when they're looking at the Eagles stats. So yes, I don't think the Eagles are a bad team. I think they're actually a halfway decent team, and I don't think they're as bad as their record. The fact still remains, though, is that they've been down almost most games actually in the fourth quarter, and that's why they've been able to score those points.
Yeah, that's right. Rich, as always, brother, you my brother, man. You my brother, man. That's it. Definitely, if I had a Canadian brother, it's definitely going to be Richie Richey. That's for sure. Plus, we got the beard thing going, man. We got the beard thing going, man. I don't have as good of a good-looking beard as Richie does, but I got to give you a hug, man. That's a love you hug, man. Got to go for Richie Richey. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna let you go, and best to you and your family. I'm sure that the kids are sleeping, I guess, now.
Yeah, I got the door shut, and I'm hopefully I'm not speaking too loud to keep them up.
No. You are eloquent and just awesome, low key, just perfect. It's
Nice.
me. I'm the guy that does the high pitched shrieks every now and again.
Yeah, well, on the Tuesday pod, I'm a lot louder, but it's a little bit earlier in the day, so it's allowed.
That's right. Okay. Hey, shipmate, again, thank you for being here
Thank
on
you.
Remembrance Day for
Yeah.
Canada member and Veterans Day here, and I appreciate your insight on that as well, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, take care. We'll see you up the next show when we can. All right, that's Richie Rich. I tell you, I love the folks that are on here, and I love all of the folks that are here. It wasn't an away game, no, dude, no. It was one away game. It was in New York. And if I'm gonna go to see, there's the thing, man. Maybe I will go to New York because I enjoy going to New York. I'm just not going to go to the game because I have yet to see a win in that stadium. Haven't seen one yet. I was there for the 44-7 game where the Giants whooped that ass. I was there until the very end too. And and some Giant fans were giving me a bunch. I said, dude, I'm here. I'm here at the very end. I'm here. So I go. But I saw the crappy couple Jets games. I saw the one like from last year. So yeah. Joe says I can go. I can go see him at there. Yeah, and yeah, it was a home game. It was a home Raider game in L.A. I wasn't at that game though, so you can't blame that one on me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe I see. I want to go to England again for another Raider game where we're actually the visiting team because we're not going to give up a home game like we had before. The two times I went, we lost. The one time I didn't go, we beat the Bears. So people say, Cap, you can't come over here anymore. Nah, they're kidding. But hopefully we'll see that. Folks, it's been a pleasure. It's getting up to be a quarter to 11. I got to do cut-ups, and I got to pack. But again, from me to you, I want to say thank you for joining me. I'm turning my phone off. So if you're calling me, I can't hear it. But I want to say thank you for joining us. Remember, I won't have a show tomorrow. It won't be the Elite Superfan show tomorrow because I'm honest. I'm going to Penn and Teller tomorrow night. I got a ticket to see Penn and Teller in Vegas. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to Penn and Teller. That's at 9:00. Saturday. Maybe we'll do a Chronicles of the Black Hole. Docs and what do you call it? Daniel will get with me. Maybe we'll do something Saturday. That's not a given. That's not a for sure. We will see. But we will do one when we can. Sunday, no show. The game is late. And I'll be coming home on Monday. So we will see that. So my best to you. Good night, everybody. Always a pleasure. Enjoy being here. We join me Tuesday, Captain and Wench's show, Tuesday. And I will say, by the way, by the way, yeah. Daniel, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, no show because I'm going to the Flyer game here. I'm not sure if that's a Captain and Wench's show or if that is a Chronicles of the Black Hole show. It's a no-show because I'm going to watch the Flyers take on the Lightning that Tuesday. They come once or twice a year. It just so happens that they're coming on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving because I come in on I go to the game Sunday, come back Monday, here Tuesday, watching the Flyers, leave Wednesday to go to Dallas for Thanksgiving. So I'm letting you guys know, guys and gals, mates and wenches. Have a great night. We will see you for everything I got coming on. But join us next Tuesday or the following Tuesday, whatever the next upcoming Tuesday, Captain and Wenches. It'll be great. It'll be great. We'll see y'all for that. Take care. We'll see you up on the flip side. I got something to say. Okay. Yeah, it's better to burn out than fade away, right? Is that what you were going to say? Oh, Raiders. Okay. There you go. Raider earn D's nuts. There you go. I like that. You said, I got something to say. Yeah, it's better to burn out than fade away. I was thinking Def Leppard, but yeah, Raiders for sure. You got it there, folks. Good seeing everybody. Take care. We'll see you up for the next show. We'll see you up there next. Have a great one.
This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.